Amanda Jones has been a portrait photographer specializing in dogs and their masters for 20 years, and she boasts clients from all across the country. Producer Dave Fraser visited Jones in her North Adams studio on the campus of MassMoCA to find out why she chose to specialize her portraiture and what it's like to capture that magical bond between dog and human.
I started off as a person photographer doing portraits, family portraits and weddings and everything involving people. But when my husband and I moved to San Francisco in 1994, I decided that I no longer wanted to photograph people. So he asked me what it was that I wanted to photograph, and I said, I'm not sure, but it's not going to be humans. I've been doing the same shot for 20 years. Simple white background with just the dog. No collar, no props, no baskets, no staging really. I care about what the dog looks like and the shapes that they make on my set. Each one's different. Each one looks different. They have different personalities, and you have to figure out and pick up clues on what's going to make each one interesting to the camera. So I talk to the owner about their dog and their personality, and I try and kind of pull that out of the dog as I'm photographing them. It is a very physical job. I am up and down a lot, getting treats, putting images in the computer, coaxing the dog back onto the set. I try and make them as comfortable as I can and then get to work. And I do 5 sessions a day when I'm on the road. So by the end of the day, I'm covered in hair and slobber and my knees are sore and I'm very tired. But I've got 5 shots done and 5 clients that I've hopefully made pretty happy. And a lot of times these moments do happen and I have to be really quick with my camera to capture them. But knowing and kind of seeing them come has, after 20 years, I've gotten kind of good at that. And they do happen. It happens a lot when you have 2 dogs interacting with each other. Or you can get a certain look out of a dog from the corner of their eye, and if you just capture it at the right moment, you can tell it's magical. It's a great shot. Or an ear will fly up or flip up, and I just gotta be quick and grab that shot. I've always said that I have the best clients in the world because they're dog lovers and animal enthusiasts. They're generally really strong people. And anybody who's going to take the time and the energy to bring their dog in for a portrait, I know that that dog is incredibly important to them. It makes me work harder to get a really great shot that I know they're going to enjoy for the rest of the dog's life. And I do get emails really frequently after a dog has passed from the owners telling me how much these portraits mean to them, and that is the best. So I'm based here at MassMoCA in North Adams, Massachusetts, and I feel so lucky to be part of this environment. Plus to have the art, the access to the art as an inspiration on a daily basis. Even looking out my window are the upside down trees. It's just incredible, so I feel really fortunate. And when we moved to the area, my dream was to have my studio at MassMoCA. It took me 4 or 5 years to get here, but the space opened up and I was in a position to take it. And I think I've been here now for almost 10 years, which is pretty incredible to me. I do output my images old school onto proof sheets. They're digitally outputted, but they're still proof sheets, which a lot of photographers don't do anymore. They just put them online and let people choose them online. I like to still have the physical proofs that they can look through and point at and put little tags on. By far, the best part of doing all of this is the reward I get from seeing people happy with their images and telling me years later how glad they are that they have that image of their dog to remember them by. That's why I do this.